What's going on, you guys? It is Bar Down Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you a video on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh wait, hold up. Oh yeah, that's right, I meant the Toronto Maple Leafs. My bad. But first of all, in the background we got some NHL 16 gameplay. The Toronto Maple Leafs, probably the worst team of the century right now. Absolutely tanked. But they have been explosive in the offseason. I mean, with the first overall pick, drafting Auston Matthews, that's going to be a huge part. He's going to be a Toronto Maple Leaf franchise player within the next 5 years, in my opinion. Trading for Frederik Andersen, who is a solid goaltender and who will help the Leafs so much. It's unbelievable. Re-signing, bringing back Roman Polak, that's a huge upgrade to their defense. He can get in the dirty areas, great defensive defenseman, put him on the first line with Morgan Rielly. And they also signed Matt Martin from the New York Islanders. Matt Martin, he's not going to give you 30 goals. He's not a Stamkos, he's not a Bergeron, he's not a Taves, not a Crosby, Kane, Ovechkin. But he is, indeed, a solid third liner. And in that third line, he can get in the dirty areas, he can grind it out, he could get the puck out of the zone, and he could score too. He could put up a couple points, maybe a solid 15 goals a season, which is not bad for a third liner. That's actually excellent. But other than their offense, they have a weak defense. Their best player right now, their best pairing, is probably Morgan Rielly and Roman Polak. But I think what they should do is they should trade James Van Riemsdyk, Joffrey Lupul, and Jonathan Bernier. Trade James Van Riemsdyk for a solid goaltender. Even though his value is not there as much as, say, 2 seasons ago, you could probably get a solid defenseman out of him. Even though he is injury prone, he can still put up a good 20-25 goals a season. They should also trade Jonathan Bernier. I mean, you have Garrett Sparks just ready to be a backup. Jonathan Bernier, you could trade him to a team like Calgary, a team like Arizona, who are in need of a goaltender. And you could also get a solid goaltender out of that from Calgary. Maybe you'll get like I know it's asking a little too much, but maybe like a TJ Brody, maybe even a Dougie Hamilton, maybe even a Dennis Weidman. Or even trade him to Arizona and get a guy like Connor Murphy, who's young and he's pretty good. He could be a top 4 defenseman in the future. But I also want to say that they should trade Joffrey Lupul. He's not the same Joffrey Lupul as he was 5 seasons ago. I say trade him for a bunch of picks for at least a second and a third in draft, and you'll probably get a solid future prospect. But they also have a bright future with Kadri and Morgan Rielly. They both got signed 6 years, which is a pretty solid deal for them. And I think that they will be the future of the Leafs franchise. I mean, Nazem Kadri, just with his amazing speed and his amazing hands, he could be used for something. Even though Auston Matthews might bump him down to second line, he's a solid second line guy. And Morgan Rielly, amazing offensive defenseman. I think he's going to be something one day, an elite player. But the Leafs will make the playoffs in 2 seasons. I indeed will say they are the team to beat in 5 years. Please support the channel, guys, and I will see you on the battlefield, soldier.